Hello and welcome to Photography Out Loud, the weekly show that we bring you every Friday at 4:30. My name is Paul Davis, and as always, I'm with my colleague Joel Longbone. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, good. It's like we haven't been doing live videos all week, Joel.
We'll probably still make mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
And not pronounce our words correctly.
Yeah.
And genuinely just be a bit amateurish.
Yeah. I've put names at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, that's helpful.
You can see who's who. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always lovely to see you here. Let us know that you're watching live. Give us a hello. No emojis needed in these episodes, but please feel free to place
any emoji, all the emojis.
Yes. We should probably talk about what we've been doing this week, just in case somebody only watches Photography Out Loud, and maybe none of our other videos.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be very strange.
Yeah, because last week we announced it, didn't we? Because we'd already had two sessions. But yeah, so we've had our winter show, but virtually. So we've had, I don't know how many sessions. I think in total we'll have had over 20, over 9 days. It's quite a lot, that.
It's been doing good. So.
But we've had a wide range from landscape to wildlife to weddings to nightscape to architecture.
Yep.
We've had bags, lenses, cameras, a lot of things. No, it's been really good. So if you want to see any of them on repeat or catch up or whatever the cool kids say nowadays, pop over to our website, cameronphoto.co.uk, and click on that massive banner. Well, if it's still there, if you're watching this a week from now, it will probably have moved.
There'll be a smaller banner underneath somewhere.
It'll be
like
easy to find.
One.
Yeah, or go on our Facebook or YouTube. There'll be a YouTube playlist, won't there?
Note to self.
Yeah.
Make YouTube play. Oh, sorry. Make YouTube playlist.
So that'll be easy for you guys to find as well. And then we've got some more. We've got another one later on at 7 tonight, which is going to be fantastic. Jonathan Critchley and Paul Sanders. And then we've got just 2 more tomorrow, Marianne Chua and David Collier.
Yeah.
So those are, 3 very unmissable sessions, I would say.
No, very much looking forward to doing them. So, and I think we'll do a review of the show at some point as well.
Yeah.
So
that'd be good.
I think that'll be.
Are we going to do a bloopers reel of all the silly things we've done?
Yeah. Yeah. So
there's plenty of content for that.
So if you wanted to see that, that'll probably be next week, Photography Out Loud. A nice highlight of the winter show that we've done, including some of the bloopers as well. So all rounded up into a nice, watchable half an hour section for you. So, rather than the full hours that are out there. I mean, the videos that we've done, I mean, they at least last for an hour, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Yeah. So
and some have gone over 2 hours.
Yeah.
So popcorn and a drink, definitely worth it.
So I think the nice thing about rewatching any of the videos as well is that you can kind of see how long the video is for.
And pause it and rewind it.
And and do all those. So there's so many good ones.
There are.
I was nearly going to go into like my favourites and stuff, but I think we'll save.
Otherwise, you'll have just
because we haven't finished the show yet.
No, exactly. It would be fair.
Yeah.
And also, you'll have wasted what we were going to do next week for this week.
Yes, indeed.
And we wouldn't have all the highlights and all the good bits in. So can't do that. But over to today.
Yeah.
It's coming up to that time of the year where a lot of you are wondering, what do I buy my significant other who likes photography? Or my significant other knows I like photography, but they don't know what they should buy me. I don't want to get crazy and be buying like a brand new camera or lens, but they got a few pennies to spend. So we thought we would go. I think the cheapest thing we've got is like $6.99, up to £100.
Yeah, haven't gone over £100.
Yeah,
we're keeping it sensible.
Hopefully.
I mean, we could have gone Christmas gift ideas,
stocking fillers, a 150 to 600, GFX,
So
rucksack to put it all in.
We could have gone crazy, but no, we're keeping it very, very simple. And probably the best, simplest thing, and always enjoyable and always needed, is a good cleaning kit.
Ooh.
Now, bear with me.
This could take a little while.
We put it at the bottom of the box.
I know.
So
Right,
there's
I'll pass you things.
There's lots of things that you can get that are on the market and at various different price ranges. And we'll talk you through some of the advantages and disadvantages of different cleaning systems. So probably our most popular one is that we do a lovely little Harnell kit there. I can't get that to focus, can I?
No,
We've
because
got
our
it on
faces
face
are in the way.
detection. So I'll leave it maybe there. And the nice thing about this kit is that it's a nice affordable little stocking filler. So it costs $9.99 and
Bargain.
you're getting the lens blower, which to be honest is $9.99 right there.
Yeah.
You've got a brush.
Yep.
You've got some swabs to get into some hard to reach areas. Sorry, looking at the back of the box here, just checking that
You're saying the right thing.
Comes with a nice little lens cloth and some lens tissues as well. So really nice little kit to start off with.
Yep.
Blowers are very nice for getting rid of any big bits of grit or dust that you might find on your cameras and lenses. Then you can move into the brush to remove any more sort of grime that might be able to be brushed off. And then using things like cloths and lens tissues as a final sort of finish, final polish.
And also, as a quick tip, try and tip your lens upside down so you get gravity to help you get the stuff off when you're blowing it.
It does help. Sorry, did I switch my mic on? Yes, I did.
And then we move up to...
Yeah, so looking at a more premium kit, as it were.
It comes with a bag.
Yes, that's what makes it premium. But also some of the features that are inside of it as well do make it a little bit more...
I love mine.
Yeah.
It's always in my bag.
Yeah.
Not my everyday carry bag, but I mean my camera bag. There's always a blue pouch in there. Blue and black pouch.
This is the Zeiss lens cleaning kit. So it's also very good for cleaning cameras as well. You'll probably find that as well. So anything that says lens cleaning will clean cameras quite nicely as well, the outside of them. And in this particular kit, once again, you've got the blower, which is an essential part of things. You've got the brush on there, which once again really, really helps.
This one kind of goes whoop.
Yeah, so
like
it's a little bit
lipstick.
more compact, a little bit easier to store. Then you've got your solution and lens cloth.
Yep.
And then you've got some, what would be part of the almost the emergency pack, which is
great
the
for your
lens
glasses.
wipes. Yeah, they certainly are. So for sort of when you're at home cleaning, you typically want it to go through the puffer, the blower, through the brush, then use a cloth with solution if needed. But it does come with lens tissues in there that are pre-soaked, so they're lens wipes. And these are great when you're out and about, and if you've got some...
You keep them in your pocket really easy, can't you?
Yeah, you really, really can. So almost the lens wipes that are in there, you kind of want to take them out of your kit and move them into maybe your jacket pocket, and works quite well. Now, the ultimate way of cleaning,
ultimate.
It really is looking at probably the best way of cleaning gear, which is using a lens pen. Now, once again, lens pens you can use for the external of your camera as well, but they work great on lenses. And you can buy these in kits. You can buy them singly as well. So you can buy a lens pen on its own for about £10 to £12, depending on the size of it.
It lasts quite a long time as well.
Like
500 uses or something like that. So.
But you can buy them in kits as well. So this particular one, once again, comes with that blower, which is really important for removing any big bits of dust off.
A hurricane blower.
A hurricane blower.
It's not just it's a whoosh.
So these are really great for doing these. The lens cloth in this instance is great for removing any water that might be on your camera or lenses. So if it's been raining, you want to give it a quick wipe down with this. Now, the lens pens themselves, if you haven't seen a lens pen before, it's been a good idea to actually get mine out my bag. It might not be in that bag, so...
But basically, it's a plastic tube. Now, it has a brush on one side where you just slide it up. Then the bit that really makes a difference compared to the rest is the pad on the other side, which is ideal for getting the curvature of the lens and getting it clean all the way into the very edge. And yeah, they're just fantastic. And you don't have to use any liquid with it either.
No,
do you?
and
So,
that's the nice thing. It's a dry clean, and it will polish the front of your lenses so nicely. And in the kit, you get the original lens pen, but you also get a slightly smaller lens pen that they call something else,
filter.
the filter one, which is a different shape. So it's triangular shape. So it's a little bit easier for getting into hard to reach areas. But you can also get a triplicate. So I'm saying
Triple kit,
where it comes with all the 3 lens pens available. So the carbon pads that do the cleaning are all different sizes, so you can get into all those nooks and crannies on smaller lenses or bigger lenses, and also the back of the viewfinders, back of the screens. They're brilliant
all
for
the
polishing
places
and cleaning up all of that. So cleaning is a really nice way of
looking after your gear.
It's something that you can do.
Great stocking filler presents.
It is. It's like we've almost made a show around it. And great stocking fillers, as Joel quite rightly said. But it's also something that you can do if you're breaking up over Christmas as well. So it's something that
clean all the things.
Yeah, you can get your cameras out and give them a nice.
Go around like cleaning their windows and stuff. They enjoy cleaning so much.
Yeah, indeed.
The oven will never have looked so clean.
So cleaning kit's a great little stocking filler for everyone. Now we're going to look at things that, well, are photography related in a way. But these are finding ways of... Told you. Finding ways of adapting your mobile phone camera to do other things. So here...
Do you not think they can do enough as it is?
Nope. Quite.
You want it to make a cup of tea, don't you?
I do. A fresh one, preferably. So with this is the Viking smartphone adapter, and you can place this on scopes, or what people don't often realize as well is that they work really, really well actually placing onto binoculars as well. Binoculars.
Excellent.
And what this will do is it will convert your either video or photos that you would be getting on your smartphone, and you'll be able to obtain magnification.
Basically, the biggest lens you could ever get onto your phone.
Onto a phone. And this is a great little one because it comes on a lanyard, and you can have
it.
Yeah, but you can have your phone on the lanyard adapter.
Okay.
And once you've done the initial calibration, so there is a little bit of tweaking the first time you get it, but once you've done that, you're able to just clip it off. You can have it hanging around your neck. You can be using your binos, or you can be looking through down onto your scope. And then when you want to take a picture or video, you can quickly snap on the adapter and take advantage of the magnification. So,
ideal. So if you want to upgrade your phone without spending hundreds of pounds, you can use one of those with your existing scope or binoculars.
Yeah. And then we've got the slick multi-use tripod adapter. That is multi-use. It will do lots of.
That is reassuring.
It is, yeah. I think it says, what is it, 5-in-1 on the side?
There's all sorts of numbers on the front.
No, it's 3 cameras.
But the
the
selfie stick.
Got to be careful when saying that. That's like a banned YouTube video, isn't it?
There's a selfie stick. It's still live and well. So if you've missed taking selfies and you need a stick, then this will work well for that. It's also very good if you're using your smartphone for doing video calls.
Yes.
Because you can set it up and not have to balance it against your mug or other parts of the contents of your kitchen cupboard, as we've all definitely tried at least once, and then realized that it's probably better to get something to actually hold it properly. But equally, just going and traveling around a bit and just having that in your bag really small and being able to put your camera on a tripod and not have to lug a bigger tripod around, it does make life a bit easier, especially if you've got a smartphone or a compact camera, or even like an Osmo Action or a GoPro.
I mean, this is compatible with GoPro, so it does work with GoPro and Osmo Action. But also, when you're using this as well, it comes with a little adapter. If you're using it with a phone or a action camera, then you can actually add like a little LED light on the top of it. So it comes with a shoe, so you can microphone, or you could use a little light, so you can have, you know, like a webcam setup.
It's cool.
And stands all in one go, really.
Excellent.
And
that would definitely fit in a stocking, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
stockings are getting bigger nowadays.
Price wise, about £30.
£34.99.
£34.99. And then if you really wanted to treat somebody to upgrade the mobile phone, then I would really have a strong look at this. So this is a gimbal or a
foldable one,
a Steadicam. They're called
lots
of different names for your mobile phone. And like Joel just said, it folds away.
It's really handy because if you want to do video, we all know videos when you walk start going like this. Everybody starts feeling seasick. But these are super easy to use. You just pop your phone on, balance it out quickly, and then away you go. And you can get some really smooth shots. We've used them to produce videos before because they're that easy to use, really compact. You don't have to get a big camera out to use it. Just makes sense. And it's intelligent as well because it's got various follow functions and things like that. So if you've ever wondered what it's like, £90, it's not a huge amount of money, bearing in mind what it can achieve. So, you can get a microphone input and stuff on the front as well. So even your audio is going to be better. So there's
other brands available, but with this one, which is the Benro. Benro X. This one actually comes underneath our £100 budget, which is quite nice. So moving over to cameras.
I love the colour of these. Oh, you've picked the grey one.
I'm sorry.
I like the orange bronze colour one, but these are great. I don't know. Do you use one? I definitely use one. I don't use this one, but I use a Benro one. But having an L bracket that'll fit on Arca Swiss is a lifesaver in more ways than one. I remember going to the Lake District and I needed to use my 70-200, and I didn't have my plate for my tripod. So I had to take that one apart and stick one of these on the bottom of the tripod collar on the 70-200. Worked really, really well. But equally, being able to switch from portrait to landscape, keeping your center of gravity as low as possible and as direct down the tripod legs as possible, also means that you're not having to put the tripod head all the way over, which is awkward and frustrating. And also being able to just set your tripod level, be able to switch between and not have to move anything means that you can try that shot in portrait or landscape and it can be identical. It's just obviously a different
I think when
orientation.
you take a tripod head to its extreme, then you actually...
The weight shifts over, doesn't it?
Well, you do, but you lose all the momentum of, potentially moving it forward, slightly adjusting it.
The tripod head is definitely supposed to be used in this direction, not flopped over to one side. Also, these look, and the quality is amazing, and the look of them, especially the orange one, looks fantastic. And it's extendable, which my Benro one isn't, but this one you've got two metal rods that you can adjust with an Allen key, which comes with it. It's very cool, Allen key, because it's like the Carabiner one, isn't it? And you can adjust that infinitely almost. And also it's got a cable cutout, which is very handy for when you're doing video and stuff like or if you've got a remote shutter release. We live in Wales. We love living in Wales, but today illustrates why people think it rains a lot in Wales.
Because it does.
Yeah, definitely does today. And these are really useful. We've got a range of them. We've got the Vanguard ones. We've got these ones. We've got the Optec kind of disposable ones, I suppose is the word.
Yeah, they're labelled as disposable. But I think if you...
Lasts a while if you looked after them. Yeah. But these ones definitely have a more premium feel. The usability is much better, I would argue. Well, at least mine that I've got one of these. And being able to slide it onto the hot shoe makes it really
keeps everything in place where it should be.
So for those photographers that aren't fair weather photographers, one of those is very good. I know you have a love for these, so I'll let you talk about that.
I mean, I had to include this in here because if anyone's techie and they like messing about on the computer, probably one thing that you'll hear either friends or family say if they enjoy photography, and especially the editing side of things, is that they're always constantly fighting with color.
Yeah.
Now
that's why black and white is ace.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned it with Steve Gosling yesterday, didn't we? So, but yeah, no. If you're constantly fighting with color, what this gives you is it's a good solid base to work off. But actually, the whole process of making an own calibration for your specific camera, once again, if you're a tech head, is an enjoyable experience. So I know I certainly enjoy sort of calibrating all my different cameras and lenses depending on what scenario I'm in. But yeah, if you're into that side of things. But once again, price wise, about £80. I'll have to have a look. But you also get a link to access free Affinity Photo as well. So which is another little added bonus with something like this. Now, staying with the computer side of things.
The SSD, the portable SSD. Now, many of you are thinking, there's 3 letters he just said in sequence that make no sense to me whatsoever. Do not worry. So the computers you used to own had a spinny hard drive, and it was called a HDD, hard disk drive. Okay, these ones don't have a spinny disk at all. It's just like a massive memory card. This one's 240 gig, but you can get them up to like a terabyte. So basically it means that this is much, much faster. So imagine trying to skip between tracks, MP3 tracks on an MP3 player, simple click and it starts playing, versus a hard drive, which is like trying to find a different track on an LP record. You're gonna have to move that head around to find the exact right spot, which is what hard drive does. So basically, these are great for speeding up your computer, especially if you are wanting to work with video or large RAW files. You can essentially use your whole Lightroom catalog on here or store all of your photos on there and point Photoshop or Lightroom or Affinity at an SSD. And it will be so quick that you'll not see any difference really unless you use an SSD in your computer, which some of them have started to do, but only if you're spending quite a lot of money. So these are really useful. I use one personally so that I don't fill my laptop too much. And when I'm working on a bigger video project, I can just have my Final Cut on there.
On one of those.
And it makes life much easier. And also the benefit is that if you have a hard drive and it's plugged in and for whatever reason it drops when there's power, it can damage it. These can be moved up and down whilst being read from with no bother at all. It doesn't matter to them at all.
Yeah.
So, and also
it's
they're
almost
less
like that vinyl analogy again.
Yeah.
So like cutting out halfway through a job is like scratching the vinyl, isn't it? So
it's very naughty.
Yeah.
But also just being able to sling it in your bag, and there's no issue with that whatsoever. So I highly recommend one of these. And if anybody ever comes into the shop and struggles with speed, it's the first thing I recommend. So, and for £75, it's pretty much a bargain. And then we have these. Now we've started to do from Harnell, who we think their batteries are fantastic. They've started doing twin kits, which is fantastic, especially if you are out for a long time, like for a long day, especially in colder weather, where the batteries might not want to last for as long, or if you're into any kind of video or time lapse where you need your you need to have battery power all the time. These are a great way of doing that, and they're a bit cheaper to buy 2 batteries in one go. So these ones are $69.99 for 2 LPE6.
Yeah.
But they do them for the Fujis, for the Canons, Nikons, Panasonics.
Yeah.
Olympus.
All of them.
So these are definitely a good shout. And keeping on with the process of keeping your camera powered.
So we have mentioned these
We hark
before.
on about these a lot.
Yeah, but there's a really good reason why. So I mean, since owning them ourselves, they have really changed.
They make complete sense.
Yeah.
Being able to charge at home, especially if you're going to do a shoot the next day, especially if you're into weddings or events or wildlife photography where you definitely need lots of batteries, then you can charge 2 of these at a time. It'll tell you how much charge is in them and how many shots you'd get. And also it means that you can also take it with you in your car because it has a 12-volt adapter. So I know Sarah, for instance, has it plugged into her
she just has it constantly in a van.
Cigarette lighter, and then it sits on the top of her dashboard, and she can just pop her Fuji batteries in there, and they're always ready to go. It also charges AA batteries, so if you have a flash gun that takes AA batteries and you've got like decent rechargeables like Eneloops, then these would be great for that. And also, you can buy the plates. So, like Fuji have just bought out a new battery 235 for the X-T4.
Yeah.
And Hanel have actually made it possible that you can buy a replacement plate, so you don't have to buy the whole unit again.
Yeah.
And they're not terribly expensive, like 10 or 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So we actually use these in the shop now. We bought a lot of plates
Just bought
for our one
lights.
cube, and then we can swap over so we can charge all the batteries in our demo cameras. So I don't know how much we can say about these because we think they're great. Oh, it also has a USB in the back, so you can charge your smartphone or tablet off the back, or your camera, because a lot of cameras are USB chargeable now. Now,
very, very well.
we've talked about digital a lot, but I think we should represent a bit of
film
the
side of things.
because we've been selling a lot of film, which is fantastic. We do have a soft spot for film, don't we?
Yeah.
And 35mm selling well, 120, and also Polaroid, because Polaroid is still possible. You can buy the camera still. We've had what's that one upside down? Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Got a Stranger Things version. So yeah, if you want that instant picture and you want that kind of novelty retro feel, then the Polaroid are definitely good.
Yeah.
And not only do we sell film, both black and white and color, we also sell black and white C41.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that yourself at home if you don't want to. We also sell the Ilford Simplicity kits,
Which would be a good thing to bring down if we remembered.
but we've also got some darkroom kits on order.
Yeah.
So for Christmas, you could start your own little darkroom in
And we
the
could get a
bathroom
little
or kitchen.
together for you. As
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
so.
And show you how to use it. And equally, if you don't want to faff about with chemicals and all that, you can just bring it to us and we can do C41, or we do black and white by hand still.
Yeah.
So bring it on in and we can sort that out for you. Not a problem. And we can print it all for you on our wet lab. Now, getting close to the end. The good old buff in patriotic colours.
It's got to be done. It's gotta be done.
What? How much is this?
£12, $12.99.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought they might have been more expensive. But these are great. Great for keeping you warm. Great if you forget to wear your mask, because you can use this as a face covering.
Yeah.
Good for a bobble if you've got long hair.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever had hair long enough to have a bobble in, but ladies can use it, or people with longer hair. It's great for like covering your whole face as well, because it'll wrap around, or if you've not got your bobble hat, you can put it on.
Yeah.
So
They're just a nice,
multi-use.
once again, little accessory.
And this one is UPF 50, which is fantastic. So it keeps the sun off you.
Ah, okay.
Don't get burnt.
What is that? The code of the thing. Now these are a great little accessory. So we've talked about Shimoda bags, sort of quite.
Have you just thought my Shimoda in your head?
Yeah.
To the tune of my Sharona.
Yeah.
Every time. But these are great because these are an accessory, and you don't have to own a Shimoda bag to use these. But to keep little bits and pieces in are really useful. We also know one customer who's actually unstitched these to make a longer one, which is really useful.
But you have got a longer one in there anyway.
Yeah, you got a long one there as well. And these come in 4-panel, 3-panel, and 2-panel. But dead handy if you want to keep filters to hand and be easy to see them, but also keep them protected. Batteries, memory cards.
I use them for wires, and they're just so handy just to know that all your wires are wrapped up in one little
And this
place.
is all weatherproof as well. So you know that it's not going to get soaked, and it's got a nice little clip that holds it all together.
And the things that can be either like wrapped on the side of your bag, so it doesn't necessarily need to go inside because it is fully weather sealed as it stands. Yeah. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of insight into some of the little stocking fillers that you can get this Christmas. So
there's going to be a few significant others that sent this in an email or a text or a Facebook message or WhatsApp. If you want any ideas, watch those two idiots talking about various bits that you could buy for me for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be sad about getting any of these for Christmas.
No, great little added accessories, and once again they're fairly guaranteed. A nice thing to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially you can always do the cleaning kits, and things like that, and so always very, very useful stuff. So we've tried to make it sort of easy for people as much as possible.
Well,
So
should we go through the comments quickly
yeah,
before
we
we
can
go
have a
into
look
the
at some of
news?
the comments and then we'll do some news.
So Nick Can off YouTube says hello. Dave Metcalf says hello, guys. Steve says it seems ages since we've seen you. Half an hour ago. That's true.
It's more like 20 minutes ago.
David Yeoman says afternoon, boys. He's not told us we're wrong about anything yet.
So we're doing
So
very
hopefully
well
that's
then.
good.
Yeah.
Ian Master says, hi, Paul and Joel. Missed the first 10 minutes, so we'll catch that later. The beauty of doing it live and then being able to catch up later.
Yeah.
Very good.
Taking advantage of both.
Yeah. Dan Muckle Jones says, still smiling. Well done. I think that is in reference to the fact that we've been doing this for the past 8 days.
Yes.
We enjoy it though, because we know we've had such great feedback from you guys.
Yeah.
It makes it all worth it because we've just been every day, phone calls, emails, Facebook Messenger, just telling us how much they enjoy it. The likes, the comments of, we're glad that we can help.
And at the end of the day, we're grown-ups. So generally, we're not going to do something that we don't actually want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been a very enjoyable.
Imagine having to deal with you doing a tantrum about not wanting to do it live. Graham says, hi, chaps. And Miriam Manners, you two could be on the telly. They are short of double acts.
Yeah. Well,
we've been called the bearded Anton Deck before.
And they're finishing today.
They are.
As of
we never got them
Friday the 4th.
Yeah. It's a shame we couldn't get them onto the show. That would have been ideal. If anybody knows Anton Deck, let us know so we can get hold of them and bring them onto the show. We're glad you like it, Miriam. And we do try our best to be helpful and entertaining somewhat.
We can only do our best.
Yeah.
Whether it's up to par or
the
not.
thing is, we're not even making it up. This is just how daft we are most of the time. I think it's working in this place, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It's the only way to get through life, isn't it? To have a laugh about stuff.
Well, thank you for your wonderful comments.
Yeah.
And if you haven't done already, hit that like button as well, because it does help us spread the word about
and subscribe.
what we do. So
all the things.
Mid-live, hit that button. It always helps.
So the news this week, there's been a few.
The like to go up. Go on.
there's been a few things pop out, haven't there?
Yeah, there has. So we've done a little bit about them, obviously, within the show. But we like to talk about news on Photography Out Loud as well. So
we spoke to Sam Smith from Sigma Sam, as you call him.
Yeah, Sigma Sam.
At the end, we were very tempted to do the whole Looney Tunes. That's all, folks. But they brought out a new, well, not a new range because they had the 45mm already, but they brought out 3 other lenses to go alongside it that are very compact but full frame.
Yes.
And they're between f2 and 3.5. So not the fastest lenses, but very small and very sharp. He showed us some corner edge shots, which were wow.
While we were on the live as well, I had to check that they were autofocus.
Yeah.
Because they look
so small, like the manual.
Like the manual focus.
So they've got the nice old school aperturing, and you can put it into auto mode if you want as well. And we didn't talk about it properly, did we?
No, because what we were going to say before we went live.
Well, Sigma have just brought out a very exciting product. It's the Sigma magnetic lens cap, because that's almost what we got more giddy about than the quality of the lenses.
Yeah.
Because that's a fantastic idea. And also, Sam sent us a video.
Yeah, you'll have to try and. I think it's on the
Sigma YouTube.
It's on the Sigma YouTube, but it's the global
Japanese,
one.
Yeah.
So I think you've got to look for global. It does have Japanese sort of writing underneath it. But watch it. It's a funny video.
It's really well edited as well because it's in time to the music.
Yeah, it's a good video. We go in. We suggest you go and check that out.
Yeah.
And that
we should probably put the link in the thing.
Yeah,
we should probably find that.
We'll try and find it. And
but it's great. And it does sound a bit odd, but the amount of people we have coming to the shop saying, "I've lost my lens cap. I've lost my lens cap. I've lost my lens cap." Maybe if you get a Sigma lens, you won't lose the lens cap because it just clicks on very satisfyingly. Yeah. And they've also made a carabiner thing that you can just pop it onto.
Yeah.
So
it's like a magnetic
The
thing.
Japanese guys are like jumping up and down and running around and going for 10-minute walks, and it doesn't come off, which is a fantastic idea. So Sigma have brought out a magnetic lens cap and 3 great lenses. Which are autofocus and are L mount and E mount compatible. So if you've got Sony full frame or APS-C, or if you've got an L mount full frame or APS-C cameras, so any of the Panasonic S series or the FP or the Leica that use the L mount because they're part of the L mount alliance, great lens choice if you want really compact but very high quality lenses.
They complement that other range of gear that's available as well. So, we've sort of seen the Sigma Art series,
the global vision range,
but they got big and they got heavy, which there's no one denying it. And
you have to when you get to 1.2 and 1.4.
Exactly, it's the only way.
You've got to get all that light in there.
So what we're seeing from Sigma is not only are they keeping the Art series and that really high quad bar. I mean, the I series is still high quality, but you've got the Art series for your speed, and then you've got the new contemporary I series, which is the small compact, but just look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't wait to have a play.
On either something like the Sigma FP, they look stunning on that camera, but also look equally as attractive on something like the Sony A7, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. And Nikon brought out an update for the D850, the
Finally.
D5.
I've been
what's
waiting
the other
for
one?
this for so long.
D850, D5, and
good question. So D5, D850, D500.
There we go.
So
CF Express.
Yeah. So about a month and a half ago, we saw the update for the
Z6,
the Z6, Z7 to take CF Express, and now they've just released. So yesterday they released the update. So the D5, D850. D500 will take the CF Express slot. Will take a CF Express card in the same slot as the XQD. So there's no need to worry about sort of whether you're buying CF Express or XQD. Physically, they're the same, and now they'll work exactly the same when they go into the camera as well. So
perfect.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Was there any other news?
Yeah. Back to lenses.
Oh yeah, the Tamron 70 to 70.
That's why you threw me a little bit.
E-mount.
So once again for the show, we were with Jerry. Unfortunately, we were with Jerry before the
we were allowed to.
We were allowed to talk about it. So he said there's something coming. We can't talk about it. I'm like, but then a day later, the 1770 was released. So it's an E-mount,
2.8 all the way through.
Yeah,
but it's designed.
It's APS-C,
so it's more compact than perhaps like the 2875 or something like that.
Yeah, so
it's a great range though, isn't it?
It's smaller, and once again, you're getting the equivalent of that 24 to 110. Would it be? So it's a longer range. We've seen a very similar range within the Sony. So you've got the 1670 E within the Sony.
Which is
that's
F4 though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an F4. It's 2.8 to F4.
And it's about the same price.
Yeah, and it's bigger. So the Tamron is smaller. It's 2.8 through the range.
It's got the RXD.
Yep, so silent wave motor in it or whatever.
Voice coily thingies.
Yeah.
I can't remember which way it was. So many different acronyms.
It's quiet. That's the
which is great for video. So if you have like a A6400, 6500, 6600, even a 6000 or 5000 or 5100, be great for that range. At least I didn't muck up my numbers, or at least I don't think I did. But it'd be perfect for that, for vlogging and things like that, where you want a small lens, but you want it to have a pretty decent range and good quality, and it'll work great in low light and completely silent. Even more quiet than my voice just went.
Yeah. I think the best way of doing that would to actually not say it and.
Oh yeah. But then people think that we were being amateurs again and turned off the microphone.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. So that is the news updates, unless any of the viewers wanted to share.
Sarah says, I think we may have 150-400 Olympus lenses on the way, unless I imagine the invoice earlier.
That's very true.
Who knows? But we've got a lot of back orders.
So it's nice to know that they're
unless
shipping.
she means the 100-400, which we still have some back orders for. But I think we've got possibly free stock. after that. Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. Honestly, those two lenses, there's so many pre-orders on them, which is fantastic because they are two very, very good lenses. And we had Mike Inkley talking about both of them on Monday. Yeah, Monday. So that's rewatchable. And he speaks about sports and wildlife photography and how good those two lenses are. So if you've got, or you're thinking of moving over to Olympus or Panasonic, definitely check out the video because those two lenses are going to be a fantastic choice for you.
Yeah.
And the quality of the images he was getting.
Yeah,
stunning.
they were very, very good.
So
very, very good indeed.
Oh no, Sarah says no, not looking at the price. They're definitely 150, 400s. So
Okay.
we'll be filling those pre-orders first, and then maybe, who knows?
We'll have some free stock.
Oof.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that live.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Sarah. And Sandra says, enjoying the show, guys. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much. Now, speaking about the show,
yes,
we've got, this is our penultimate day.
Yep.
So we've got at 7 p.m. tonight, we have got the wonderful Jonathan Critchley and Paul Sanders in conversation with one another, which will be entertaining and inspiring in equal measure, I don't doubt. Then tomorrow at 3 p.m, we've got Marianne Chua, who's a wedding photographer. Her work is really, really nice and has a great style and feel to it because it's like that documentary style.
She definitely takes a documentary approach and she definitely delivers
colours.
Soul. Yeah, you know, when we were looking, she gave us a quick rundown of the slides that she was doing. And, you know, me and you were just like, wow, just look at those colours. And she was like, Fuji colours.
They were popping.
Yeah, they were popping.
And then to round out this fantastic show, we have David Collier. Yeah. Now, if you don't know who David Collier is, he is the guy who works in hospital. He's an ODP in theatres in, I can't remember the name of the hospital, but it's down South Wales. And he was able to take his film camera in and lots of black and white 35mm and was able to shoot a lot of the pandemic we're currently experiencing on black and white film. And it's really interesting because you wouldn't normally get that sort of access to a hospital in that way. And especially even into like theatres and just outside of theatres. He's been in The Guardian, numerous amounts of interviews, etc. But he's going to be talking with us about photography and the project, etc. Really interesting guy, very knowledgeable and very, very passionate about photography. I spoke to him briefly. Well, it should have been briefly. And we spoke for a really long time. And it was really, really interesting to speak to him. And yeah, I can't wait for that interview because we're going to be interviewing him.
Yes.
So
it's the interview and that'll be rounding off the show. And what a lovely day.
3 more sessions. Yeah. 2 more days. Well, today and tomorrow. And then it'll be all over.
And then we can
sad
sleep.
Times. But it's all available on Catch Up. So if you have missed it, go on our website. There's a massive banner. You can't miss it. You just click on that and it'll have all of the talks and all of the links to click on. And if you're watching this a week from now, then just scroll down a bit lower on our homepage and it'll be there. Or go on our YouTube and there'll be playlists for it. So excellent. Have you got anything else to say? Because I don't think I have, apart from have a good weekend and see you at 7.
I don't get asked to ask you any final thoughts.
No, because I've just done that bit.
Okay.
You can ask me again.
Thoughts for this evening?
Have a great weekend. See you at 7 tonight and 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. tomorrow.
That's brilliant. Well, as always, thank you very much for tuning in live, or if you're rewatching this, once again, thank you. Make sure that you like our videos and share them. Everything that you do regarding liking and sharing does help. So make sure you give us a nice big thumbs up.
Definitely.
Also, head over to our Facebook and YouTube pages and make sure that you subscribe.
There's one of the bloopers.
And hit notifications so you know when we actually go live. So we'll be back on this show at this time next week.
For a highlight show.
For a highlight show of
the show we're currently in.
The show that we're currently in. It's hard to keep track these days. But also, like Joel said before, we will be back this evening, continuing on with the show as well. So until then, bye-bye.